Happy Thanksgiving, dude. I don't think I said that.
Yeah, I didn't either, dude. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of MIA on my phone yesterday, and it was kind of nice.
First of all, Thanksgiving was 2 days ago. Today's Saturday.
Right.
But also, I just meant, I don't know if I've said it to you since I've been here today.
That's true.
I didn't need it from you on the day of.
But happy Thanksgiving as well, man.
Yeah.
It's good to be here. And we are talking Black Friday, so kind of Thanksgiving related.
Yeah. Actually, well, I don't
or
call
the
it...
aftermath.
I don't call it Thanksgiving. I call it Brown Thursday.
Okay. Why Brown Thursday?
The day leading up to Black Friday. It's it's like Christmas Eve. Brown Thursday.
Okay. I like that. Interesting.
It's on Urban Dictionary.
It's on Oh, really?
The
I didn't know
shopping
that. Okay.
day before Black Friday.
Okay.
The day that used to be Thanksgiving. Brown Thursday.
Mm.
I'll use it in a sentence. Hey,
Okay.
girl, want to meet up on Brown Thursday for some super deals? Shopping on Thanksgiving is so much better than Black Friday. So it's
How do you feel about those people going shopping on Thanksgiving? I got some thoughts about that. If we're going to be honest, I got some thoughts.
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I don't shop. Period. You know, like
Right.
I find, spoiler alert, the entire idea of Black Friday a little ridiculous because whether
Yeah.
it's on Thanksgiving or on Friday, legitimately, I'm like, I don't want to take part in any of this.
Oh, definitely not.
You know what? Something I did notice though, you know, on the socials. By the way, follow us on Untranslatable Podcast on Instagram, Untranslatable 1, the number 1, on Twitter, and obviously you're welcome to give us 5-star reviews on iTunes and Stitcher as well. But we're also on Spotify too. Just throwing it out there. The deal is still in the works. Something that is never appealing to me on Instagram is another person's Thanksgiving spread picture. I don't think I've ever seen like a Thanksgiving spread and been like, oh man, I wish I had that dinner instead of mine.
What did you have actually for Thanksgiving?
For Thanksgiving, I had a Cornish hen instead. Do you know what that is?
No.
Yeah, I figured.
No. Let me know what that is. A Cornish hen.
It's just a small chicken.
Okay.
So it's like, it's not a small. I'd say it's like a 2/3 scale chicken essentially.
Okay. So like how many pounds of meat? Is it even a pound?
Yeah, it's probably like a 2 or 3.
Cornish hen. Okay.
Maybe a little less than that.
Did you bake it?
Yeah, my partner made it actually. The vegetarian of the
Okay.
she wanted to make it, so I was like,
Oh, well, it makes sense. You got a smaller chicken because you're the only one eating it in the house.
right. And
Yeah.
So
that
no
makes
turkey,
sense.
and not
Right.
even a whole chicken. Even seems a little gluttonous.
Right. Well,
So-
that's like 2-3 days of meals right there. I feel like a whole chicken.
Yeah, I
You
ate,
can make
I
out
ate
of
that
it.
Cornish hen in one sitting. Granted, I probably ate.
Ooh, nice.
Probably ate-
Nice.
I never do this. I've never been a big Thanksgiving binger, and I think it's because like I'm usually at my grandmother's house. There's usually a lot of people coming in and out of the house. Not a big house, so if I'm lucky, I have a place to sit while I'm eating. If I'm lucky, it's at a table, you know? And so, like, you know, people are talking to you. I'm trying to not get bumped. Like, I don't remember where I placed my glass of water.
Right.
I'm wearing real pants.
Right. Probably a nice outfit. If it's
Exactly.
a family gathering,
For
let's
all
be
these
honest.
reasons, I've never been a Thanksgiving binger.
Okay.
Well, this Thursday, that totally changed.
Watch out. Watch out.
And so I had a Cornish hen. This sounds ridiculous saying that. I also made mac and cheese, which I usually... So at my Thanksgivings that I usually do with my family, it was just me and my partner. I didn't go home because for those of you that haven't noticed, there's a pandemic happening. My sister texted me. She's like, what are you doing for Christmas? I'm like, staying here.
Right. Yep. Yep.
There's been so many moments where I've wanted to be so passive aggressive and be like, I don't know if you've noticed, there's a pandemic happening.
Right.
Anyway, so I had the Cornish hen. I made so at my Thanksgiving that I usually do with my family. For the most part, everyone like we assign at least one thing to make something. And for the past couple of years, my thing's always been the mac and cheese, which is pretty easy to make, but it's always a crowd pleaser.
What do you do? Because I've seen some mac and cheese on Instagram that do not look very appetizing.
As I said, there's nothing less appetizing than someone else's Instagram Thanksgiving spread.
Right. Especially some like mac and cheese that looks like you took penny noodles and threw some like American cheese over top of it.
There's an actor by the name of David Alan Grier. He's a very funny guy, but he posted a picture of his turkey on Instagram. I wanted to puke. Look at this.
Oh. What
It's
is
like stuffed, and look at the
to the
uncooked
brim?
version.
Ugh.
Yeah. It sends a shiver down your spine.
Yeah.
That's the right reaction.
I bet you it was probably tasty though.
Probably. I mean, I'm sure the turkey was tasty. It just doesn't look great.
Right.
So how I make the mac and cheese? So I boil up a thing of noodles.
Macaroni noodles.
Macaroni noodles,
The
yes.
little
Just the standard
C ones.
small ones,
Yeah.
I guess that's good to be clear because there are long ones.
There's lots of different
Some of
kinds
my
of noodles.
family in
Yep.
Louisiana like a long one, so occasionally I have to do like a long macaroni noodles, and I hate it. And I always get pissed when I have to make it
Yeah,
that
it
way.
feels kind of like macaroni spaghetti if they're like
Yeah.
too long. I like the little C-shaped ones.
Me too.
And when we were
Sometimes
kids, of
they're
course, the
ridged.
shaped ones were the bomb.
Oh yes. But I'm not
'cause
making
they do-
I'm not making
well, right.
Kraft macaroni.
You're not
and
making
cheese.
You're not putting SpongeBob shaped noodles in your mac and cheese
Yeah,
for Thanksgiving, Jared.
This is not Velveeta. So
Right.
anyway, I boil the little
Macaroni
small
noodles.
macaroni noodles. I use extra sharp cheddar only, and I
Okay.
grate about 4 cups of that.
Okay.
And when as the noodles are done, I mix in a smaller pot. I warm up to a simmer milk, whole milk usually, mustard powder, a bit of hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce,
Ooh.
some salt, and I mix that up. I feel like I shouldn't even be saying this right now.
Uh-oh, this is Jared's secret Thanksgiving mac and cheese, people. Watch
As I'm
out.
saying this, I'm like, am I about to get got by my family members?
Oh, is this a secret recipe?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
So I mix that up in
We might have to bleep out when you say the
Yeah.
ingredients.
It's an extended 3-minute bleep.
Right. And then I use the beep, 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 beep. With a little beep, beep, boop. Yeah.
So I mix that up to a simmer. And what I do is so, I have this timed out to where the noodles are as soon as they're done, I'll put that into a bowl and I'll whip up an egg. Like I'm going to scramble
Like you're
it.
scrambling it? Yep.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Pour that in, and then I mix that in with a amount of butter, a pretty sizable
Okay.
hunk of butter to so that it doesn't stick and to give it some
Right.
flavor. And then mix that all up together. And then I said 4 cups of cheese. 3 of those cups are gonna get mixed in, and I just mix
Okay.
that all in together and mix it all nice. Butter up some sort of dish to put it in, so it doesn't stick. Put that concoction that I just set in there. Pour the milk concoction in that.
Right. Okay. In the bowl.
In the dish that I'm going to be putting in the oven.
Yep.
Put the remaining cup of cheese on top, and then I do a layer of breadcrumbs.
Ooh.
And so
okay.
you gotta heat those up in a skillet. Mix them up in a skillet with
Get
some
some
butter.
crunchy too.
There you go.
Give it a little texture.
Put that on top, and then some paprika just on top of the
Ooh,
whole
all right.
thing. Put that in the oven. Crowd pleaser every time. And this is actually, I made it in record time. I've never made it so efficiently in my life.
How fast did you make it?
I mean, it takes like 30 minutes to bake, but I probably also. I mean, well, to be fair, I grated the cheese early, so that takes
A little prep time.
That's the majority of the time. Other than that, it's just putting the seasoning. Oh, and I mixed the seasonings early, so I actually did a lot of it early. Never mind. So I did that, and then we had green beans. I did those, and that you just blanch them. Which means you put them in you cut off the ends, and then you put them in a big pot of boiling water just to soften them a little bit for like maybe 10 minutes, and then you put it in a skillet and you sort of add whatever flavor you want to it. So I added some lemon, some garlic, some salt and pepper, just standard stuff.
Okay.
And so I did that. A Cornish hen. Oh, and then my partner also made like a candied sweet potato thing. So it was just like sliced sweet potatoes mixed in with like spices and like a lemon kind of juice thing, and that was delicious. And then she had some sort of vegan festive loaf is what I called it.
Okay. I like it. Vegan festive loaf.
Not
It's
for
bread.
me. I stuck with the Cornish hen.
Okay.
And then she also made like a stuffing, but it was just like a packaged one. I've never been a huge stuffing head.
Okay.
So I don't really and she didn't really seem thrilled by it either, to be honest with you.
Right.
But and then we had like a sweet potato bar thing that she made as a dessert. And so it was like ground up or like mashed sweet potato that was like hardened kind of. And then there was like a sort of a nut granola-y kind of base thing to it.
Okay.
And that was very good.
That sounds good.
There's I should have brought leftovers actually. It was great, dude. It was great. We went through the entire, like, it was like a standard size mac and cheese thing. 2 days later, it's gone.
Oh, I'll bet.
But it was great. It was great.
That mac and cheese sounds amazing.
Yeah, and it was nice to be able to sit at my home in my sweatpants with a Topo Chico and some wine, and it was just, I think the comfort level of being home like that allowed me to eat at levels I haven't in a long time.
That's fair. That's a good point. I actually didn't this year. I didn't overeat really much at all for Thanksgiving. We just had like a, I don't even know how you describe it really. It was just like a slab of turkey breast that we roasted in the oven.
So no full turkey.
No full turkey.
Okay.
My mom's not a huge turkey fan. My dad and I, we like it. So
I mean, I see, that's the thing. I don't dislike turkey.
Right.
And I don't love. I'm just.
But a whole turkey is a lot.
I'm
if it's
indifferent to
Right.
for 3 people.
Right.
I'm indifferent to turkey.
Right.
Like, I'll eat it and I'll enjoy it, but I'm not like, I'm never craving turkey like that.
Right. There's something though about Thanksgiving turkey with homemade mashed potatoes and gravy, and you put that gravy on the turkey. My dad makes some solid gravy.
I understand.
You know,
that. We've actually never been a mashed potato family on Thanksgiving. Now,
Okay.
I'm sure we've done it from time to time, but that's not a staple.
More
of
of
our
a sweet
Thanksgiving.
potato at your
Probably.
Thanksgiving.
There's a lot of sweet potato usage at the Thanksgiving.
A lot healthier, to be honest.
Probably, I guess so.
Unless you're using a bunch of sugar with it.
I was about to say.
You know.
By the time we're done with, especially like we do this one sweet potato casserole that we call it at my normal family Thanksgiving. I'm not calling Sydney not normal family. I'm just saying at my standard
your parents,
Thanksgiving meal, where you mash up a bunch of sweet potatoes and you mix in butter and spices and stuff, and then on top of that, there's this brown sugar, pecan, cornflake. There's something else that adds a crunch to it. I think that all gets like packed together with butter essentially, and like hardens it a little bit on top.
Okay,
bro, that shit is crack. Okay. Like it is, and it's something that we eat with the main course, but it would totally not be out of place in the dessert area. No joke. Like, it's a full on dessert. But oh my God, it's so good.
I feel like that is the thing about Thanksgiving is there are quite a few sides, I think, that could go in the dessert category that we eat just during the main course.
Well, you know what I've never understood, and I think this might be now. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. Has your family ever done the marshmallows on sweet potatoes?
No.
Okay.
But I've been to a couple Thanksgivings where I've seen it.
I've always been under the impression that was a white thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because I've never seen that at black family Thanksgivings. And I've been to 1 or 2 white Thanksgivings at someone else's house, and it's been there. And I've been to multiple different black
Did you ever try it?
And I've maybe seen it once. I don't think so. I'm not a huge marshmallow fan.
I like them in s'mores, general. But that's about.
I've never had really much interest in marshmallows ever. So I mean, I'll eat a s'more, sure.
Right.
But so it's never really appealed to me, to be honest with you.
It is crazy though, just all the different Thanksgiving foods and side dishes.
And always the best Thanksgiving is your own Thanksgiving. One, you can't go to someone else's Thanksgiving, and I don't think I can't imagine me going to another house's Thanksgiving and being like, oh, I want to start coming to this family's Thanksgiving instead of my own.
Although I will say there is something kind of nice about visiting someone else's place, trying their Thanksgiving foods.
It feels like a National Geographic episode or something.
And here we see the Smiths in their natural habitat.
We see the Johnsons adding marshmallows on top of the sweet potatoes.
Right, exactly.
Let's see how this turns out.
Yeah. It was nice, though. You're right, though. I do have to say, I didn't take off. I wore sweatpants the whole day that day. You know, I was just in full relax mode on Thanksgiving. I think I needed it, dude. Like, I realized I've been working about, like, I'm not trying to bluff or brag. I've been working about 9 to 10 hours
See, that's
5
only,
days a
as
week.
we've talked about recently on a recent episode, that's only bragging in the United States. Well, not only in the United States, but that's such a United States brag. We're saying I've been working 9 to 10 hours every day, or 10 to 12 hours or whatever.
Well, I had to do the math for my work.
Oh, right. You actually have to calculate.
Yeah, I had to calculate it. And so
I understand what you're saying, though. This feels much needed for me, too, because I feel like I don't feel like I've been working crazy hours, but I haven't had like any days off in a long time, and it feels overdue to the point where just on like Wednesday, my boss, he's taking off Monday and Tuesday, and he was asking me about my vacation because I still have a good bit of it left. He's like, "When are you going to take vacation?" And I was like, "I mean, I guess I'll take Monday and Tuesday off. You're taking it off." And it's not even it's Saturday, and I'm already like, "Oh man, I'm so excited to not work on Monday and Tuesday."
Right.
And it feels much needed. So yeah, between that and then eating a shit ton of food, everything just feels right, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Except for the fact that the pandemic's off the charts at this point,
Right?
And so that's not cool. But the pandy, as people are starting to call it, have you heard that?
Are they really?
The pandy, yeah.
Are people actually calling it that?
That's
really?
the new phrase for it. Yeah, the pandy.
Gotta give it a cute little phrase so it sounds better.
I sometimes I find it adorable how out of touch you are with social media.
Yeah, well, I try to minimize my use of it as much as possible. To be
sometimes
honest,
it feels like I'm like explaining a meme to my parents or something.
Right.
Explain to you what's happening on
the
social
funniest
media.
thing about explaining memes to your parents is the first couple times you show them a meme, they all have the same like 4 or 5 questions. Like, who is that? How do you know them? What is this?
Yeah, who is that?
Why
person?
is it funny? You know,
I do enjoy watching my dad put on his reading glasses to look at a meme.
that is hilarious. Oh my god, I love that picture. I sent my dad a meme the other day actually, and it's funny because he has an Apple Watch, and so I know he saw it on the Apple Watch, but I know he didn't read it.
Your dad's leaving you on red?
Well, I don't think so, maybe, but it was just so funny to see like he looked at it on his phone and like having him look at it, and took him a minute to get it, and then he chuckled.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Do you want to spread a little love?
Yeah, I should have a couple shout outs if I remember correctly.
I have a shout out.
Well, get us started then, Jared.
Well, first, actually, I have 2. The first one is R.I.P. to a legend. We've had to say R.I.P. to a lot of legends this year. Alex Trebek was one recently.
Eddie Van
Sean
Halen.
Connery.
A lot of.
There's a lot that we are not thinking of, but there's another one that I wanted to give a shout out to, and that's Diego Maradona, man.
Oh, that's right.
At 60 years old.
Yeah, I guess a heart attack is what I read.
Yeah.
Which is, for those of you listening who don't know who he is, which I highly doubt, I think most people know who he is. He was an Argentinian or Argentine soccer player. I don't know what the correct term is, Argentinian or Argentine. But yeah, maybe Argentinian. I've heard it on a couple video games, actually.
Argentine? What? Street Fighter?
Maybe
Argentine.
But yeah, so he passed away at 60.
Yeah.
He was a legend for obviously the national team, for Napoli. Didn't he play for Barcelona for a bit too?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm not that well versed into his soccer career, other than obviously he was he won the World Cup for Argentina, for his Argentine homies. But I mean, he was. I've been watching a lot of clips of him because people are posting stuff of him and stuff, and I was like, man, this guy's crazy. And he's before our time, so that's I haven't really seen a bunch of clips of him.
Right.
But what I mostly know him.
I guess he played. I don't know if he played. It says here like international career 94 World Cup. So we would have been alive. But not really,
not
obviously
cognizant.
To it.
But I was 1 and almost 2 at that point.
Right. But so here, let me tell you his club career though, because this guy had obviously quite the resume, being the legend that he was. He started off with the Argentinos Juniors. I don't know if that's how you say it, the juniors, and the Boca Juniors. Then he played at Barcelona, then Napoli. He was a legend at Napoli.
That's
he
where
put
really
them on the
made
map.
his bones.
He put them on the map. On the map. Napoli on the map, not Napoli on the nap. There's a little tongue twister for you, Jared. Then he played for Sevilla, Newell's Old Boys, and Boca Juniors again. And then playing the 82 World Cup, 86 World Cup, 90 World Cup, and 94 World Cup.
And how many of those were winners? Because he won the '94 one. You said that's the only one that he won.
Did he?
Or they won? I guess.
I don't know which one they actually won. To tell you the truth, I'm not as.
I mean, he won at least one of them. I've seen him carrying the trophy.
Right.
I mean, what I know him as an adult is he.
No, he won the '86 World Cup.
Okay.
86.
He he's been a character at professional sports games.
Oh, for sure.
He's always a fun person to watch and see on the usually in the box of some professional soccer game, because he seems like he can command a crowd. I mean, granted, he's super famous.
Right.
People want to be around him in general.
Well,
he seems like a fun dude.
Do you know the Maradona Müller story?
Mm-mm.
So this was when he was coaching during the World Cups. So this would have been the 2010 World Cup, which was I think Thomas Müller's first year in the World Cup. And Thomas Müller was doing a press interview, and he walked in while Maradona was sitting there. And Maradona didn't realize, I guess, he was a player at first at this press conference. Mm-hmm. And so he like walked out. Maradona did kind of dramatically, I guess, and he was a little agitated, you could tell. And he just didn't realize who Thomas Müller was. And then the irony is, 4 years later, Thomas Müller goes on to win the World Cup with Germany, mm-hmm. and Maradona knew who he was.
Was
for
the
sure.
4 years later? Was that the year they destroyed Brazil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 7-1.
But even I think Germany even beat Argentina during the 2010 World Cup 3-0, if I remember correctly. And Müller was on the team.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And he was coaching at the time. But anyways, he was a legend though. Mm-hmm. One of his really famous controversies, too, is the hand of God.
I had the dumbass on my team in high school do that shit.
Really?
You can get a red card.
That is hilarious. Did he do it? He was like, Maradona!
I don't know if he yelled anything. But it was like it was like a last-ditch effort on a cross, and he slapped the ball in. And everyone on our team was just like,
what
Why
are you
would
doing?
You do that?
Smack like a volleyball spike.
It was not gosh. Subtle.
Oh, that is great.
I don't know what makes someone think to do that, and then I don't know how someone
did he celebrate afterwards.
I mean, I don't know how he manages to get away with that. It's just
what do you mean? He didn't get away with it. He got a raise.
I know, but I don't know how someone would think that I don't know what you're thinking is what I'm saying.
Right.
You're
clearly not.
You can hide it as a header. There is no what do they call
you can't
it?
really
VAR,
right. If you extend your hand forward or up, it's pretty obvious it's not a header.
Goal line technology.
Right. But
shout out to him. I mean, he shout out to a legend.
Yeah, he was definitely a huge legend for sure, and he will be missed. For sure. Well, my shout out, Jared, feels a little more insignificant, but I'm going to still go with it, sticking to my guns here. This one is kind of an interesting story. This is coming out of USA Today. The headline is, "It's working. Deer, bears, and other critters like Utah's first wildlife bridge, and the state has video to prove it."
Say that again. Say that sentence again. They build a wildlife bridge.
A wildlife bridge. Utah's first wildlife bridge, and the state has video to prove that the animals are walking over the bridge.
It's like over a freeway or something?
Yeah. It's this... should be it.
I feel like I've seen those before. Or maybe have they been in Europe or something?
Yeah, they have them. I think in Finland or Norway. But yeah, it's a 165-foot wide bridge that will span 210 feet over 10 lanes of pavement. That's used by 300,000 vehicles every day.
So in that is gonna. Is that expected to? Well, you guys, you can read the article. But it prevents the accidents with animals.
Yeah, walking on the freeway if you have it above.
So the animals animals are way less likely to cross on the freeway when they have this bridge.
Makes sense, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, and I think we don't give animals as much credit as they deserve. I think animals are a lot smarter than humans. Than we think. And
even if it doesn't, obviously, it won't eliminate it, but it makes sense to me that could lower it. It's like they learn. And
and if you design it properly,
some of those here.
If you do, especially during deer season.
Well, it's not coming up; it's now.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're already in the thick of it here, actually. But yeah, I just think these are such a great idea. because if you can minimize car accidents, the only thing is, though, is I have a few friends of mine that they studied agriculture at MSU, and they're hunters, so they know a lot about deer population and all that stuff. And they actually say because the deer, especially in Michigan, don't have a ton of predators anymore, car accidents aren't a good thing, but they do keep the deer population a little bit in check because they don't have many predators.
There's a silver lining, keeps the human population in check a little bit too.
I wonder.
Dark,
I wonder how many people. I don't know if a lot of humans die from. Maybe they do.
Probably not. I don't think that's. I don't think it's problematic, the level of people dying from it.
Probably not. Well, and if you grow up around, if you grow up around these parts, I think you also, for the most. I actually have been in. I could have been in many deer accidents, but I was in one. Did I ever tell you the story? It's kind of ridiculous. So I was 17 or 18, on my way from my friend's house to work. Actually, this was back when I was working at the pharmacy, back in my high school days. And I'm driving in this Mercury Sable, which is like an old Ford Taurus. It was gray, had the gray suede seats.
Yeah,
pretty bland, to be honest.
I feel like most of them, was it silver or gray?
Silver,
because I feel like most of them were that silver.
It was
color.
silver. And so I'm driving back, and there's this one part on North Territorial Road in Dexter where there's a lot of woods and a lot of deer. And I was driving down the road, and I was going about 45 because I think it's around 45 or 50 around there. And as I'm going, I see this deer kind of up above this little kind of like, I don't know, it's like a little hill above a ditch. And so I see this deer up here, and I see it, so I slow down. And so then I'm going about 35. The idiot comes closer to the road, then turns back around towards the ditch, away from the road, then for some reason turns around one more time, beelines it, and then literally just runs into my car. Not even like and thankfully by then I had been watching it the whole time, and I had been going probably at that point 25 or less, and then by the time I hit my brakes, I wasn't really going at all, really.
Right.
And so the thing literally, it ran into my car, hit the right side where the headlights are,
and like fell over,
came up, rolled up on the hood. I shit you not, dude. This deer was on my windshield. I see its fur. It's just on my windshield, rolling over. Then the thing rolls off my windshield, hits the ground, rolls a couple times, and then runs off into the woods.
Oh my god!
So what my car damage was basically I had to replace a grill and the broken headlights. And I think there was a little dent, and that was it. No cracked windshield, nothing.
Yeah.
But that deer was just so stupid. You know what I mean? It wasn't even, if it would have just kept going instead of turning around and running towards the road, and I don't know, maybe it saw something that other direction or something spooked it. I don't know.
I mean, they are pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I had a friend in high school. She was on like an exit ramp of a freeway and just heard a slam noise and saw a deer it had ran into the side of her car, and she had like a dent in her door, because a deer just ran into her car.
Right.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're not the smartest.
That's crazy. But hopefully these animal highways in Utah will prevent some of that. And
maybe we could learn something about that over here too.
Exactly. So that, I guess we'll leave that shout out there for today. And I think you might happen to know what time it is, Jared. It is time for some untranslatables, which are idioms, proverbs, sayings, phrases that don't translate on a one-to-one basis into English. And we are here to decipher these difficult, funny, and interesting phrases for all of you out there. I'm going to get us started today, Jared, with a Brazilian Portuguese phrase for you. And this comes from Gringo Dictionary. So shout out to you, Gringo Dictionary. They had a little...
Was that one of the ones that... Amaranth told us about?
No. Well, we talked about it. But my friend Andrea, shout out to Andrea, she's the one who told me actually about this.
Okay.
This Insta page. And it's hilarious. And I'm learning some Portuguese from it. So it's kind of cool. You know, okay. It's funny. So this one is Brazilian Portuguese, and they had a Black Friday edition on their Insta page. So I thought, why not use it for our Black Friday episode today? So here we go.
I'm going to follow them on our Instagram.
They're awesome. So this one is, I think this is how they say their R's in Brazilian Portuguese. We'll see. Correct me if I'm wrong, listeners out there. Carinho and cariño. Do you know what cariño means, Jared?
No.
You know what carro in Spanish is, right?
No.
El carro?
Nope.
A car.
Oh, that makes sense.
But cariño, what does that suffix?
Like a little car?
Like little car. Little car, exactly. Exactly. So a little car, this actually has two meanings. And we'll start with the first meaning, which is...
What is this Instagram called?
Green, like the color green, and then go, dictionary.
Oh, I see.
Green go dictionary.
I was typing in gringo like white person.
Right. No, green go. Okay. Green go. Little play on words there, maybe, I'm assuming. But yeah, so little car.
Little car.
Cariño.
That's it? That's the whole thing?
Yeah, little car.
Okay. Is that just what you call
two meanings.
Your homie?
No. So let me give you a little help here, Jart. So what's something? So right now people are Black Friday shopping, or they were Black Friday shopping. Well, really, a lot of Black Friday deals now go on almost until Monday.
Sure, a lot of them also start like at the beginning of the month.
Exactly. So, but a lot of people, Jared, are changing their shopping habits a little bit this year due to our current situation. And so, how are a lot of people shopping?
Online.
So, Jared, have you had an experience where you have shopped online?
Caro.
Is that little car.
Oh, right. Is that like your shopping cart online?
Very good.
Oh, wow.
Very good. Yeah, but this means it's an online shopping cart where you keep desired products when you're waiting for the coupons. So it would be like if you wanted specific stuff from, I don't know, Target, and you go there and you wait for the Target Black Friday super deal to kick in or whatever, or for me, it would be like perfect. On Reverb for like music stuff,
Okay.
So that's one meaning, but this also has another meaning, and it is football related.
Okay. Football related.
A little car.
Is it like the wall?
No.
Okay.
That's a good guess, though. Actually, that makes sense. The wall, but it's not.
It's like something like that, though. Some sort of.
It has to do with, I would say, good defense. And an exhilarating play in football to watch, to see.
Is it like the goalie making an amazing save, dive or something?
One of my favorite things to do if you're playing soccer
slide
with
tackle.
There you go.
Okay.
Little car also means apparently a slide tackle.
Interesting. Wow. I like both of those.
Yep. Little car. I like that one. So,
my first one is this is also very fitting for Black Friday. Actually,
okay.
Now that I think about it. Especially, maybe not as much this year, though, I will say. But it's, I guess still can be. Anyway, let me just say it. It's Estonian, and it's I don't know, actually. Is it Janu or Janu? Keljanu sel jalad, or Keljanu sel jalad.
It's probably a Y sound, I would imagine.
Seljanu sel jalad. Estonian.
Which means?
Thirsty has the legs.
Thirsty has the legs. I mean, it means if you're in a desperate situation, you're willing to do whatever to get what you need. Yeah? All right.
Yeah, if you want something, you have to get it yourself.
Yep.
So,
yep. Yeah.
Sometimes that
Makes
leads
sense.
to fist fights in the TV aisle of Walmart.
That is true.
Sometimes you have to push someone with your cart.
I would say for Black Friday, the way you can modify this untranslatable, instead of thirsty has the legs, thrifty has the legs. Because I feel like people go mad crazy for these deals.
Yes.
That's really true. The big thing with Black Friday. All right, let me give you another Brazilian Portuguese phrase for you. This one is tudo pela metade do dobro.
Tudo is all or every?
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Everything for half of the double. Tudo pela metade do dobro. I don't know if I said that right, but everything for half of the double.
Is that like you think you're getting a good deal, but you're not?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I would give you like a half ham horn for that one. This one's kind of specific. Basically, Brazilian Black Friday deals creating an illusion of discounts.
Dude, you know what makes me think of that? Kohl's. Kohl's is a place where I've never, which is like a department shopping place here in the United States.
Right.
I've never gone into a Kohl's and there hasn't been some sort of percentage off.
Right.
But the prices never seem that good to me.
Right. Right.
And it's just like it seems like their whole thing is set up to always be some percent off. But it's like I've gotten to the point where it's like, well, yeah, okay, you just charge more and then just say it's 20% off.
Right.
And now you're just charging what a normal store would charge for it. That's the vibe I always get when I go to Kohl's. And that is what that makes me think of.
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true. Should we talk about Black Friday? You want to get into it, or you got one more for us?
I'll give you one more.
Okay, let's do it.
I wonder if now I'm trying to think if I have any more that are specifically Black Friday related. I'll still give you one more. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This one is Cantonese, and it's Gai Tong Ap Gong. Obviously, I'm sure I messed up the
tones,
but I'm not going to translate it. Just let's all assume that I got it wrong. A chicken talking to a duck. Actually, this is perfect for Black Friday too. Now that I think about it.
Chicken talking to a duck. It's just someone. Oh, is it arguing with someone?
But sure, but why?
Or not being able to agree?
Why do people argue?
Because they see that like they're way different than someone else.
When people are arguing, what's the main problem with the situation?
One of them's a Karen.
No, it's simpler than that. In a relationship, what's important for a relationship? To avoid arguments?
Compromise?
No. Communication is key. So a chicken talking to a duck is
they can't speak the same language.
You're not properly communicating with one another.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's whether it's a language barrier, some sort of emotional barrier, some sort of
that can be a big one.
And I think that's also a big problem when it comes to Black Friday. Is sometimes Black Friday does lead to like legitimate arguments and fights and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and it's like there's no reason for this to be happening.
Yeah, and I think we should definitely touch on those on today's episode a little bit.
Obviously, let's talk about what Black Friday is, though.
Right. Well, first, I think we should talk about where it got its name.
Yes.
So Black Friday is. Oh yeah. I did my homework a little bit.
Slavery, is it?
Probably,
but I know the story you're probably going to tell.
It's based on profits.
Yeah.
So you could even argue that all the way back, Jared, to that. I mean, true. I know you are joking, but anyways, it's about profits.
I'm not kidding. As I said, everything always somehow goes back to slavery.
Right.
And I think it's probably true. Actually, we were talking about tipping a couple episodes ago, maybe last episode. I don't remember exactly which one.
I think it was the last one.
I read after that episode, tipping started with slavery.
Are you serious?
It was a way to not pay black people. So
they tip them.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't give them a wage, but they would tip them. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that actually does go back to slavery.
Damn. I guess that kind of makes sense though, because if you think about how some slaveries bought their freedom,
and then it makes sense.
They didn't make a wage, so saving those tips must have been how some of them bought their freedom.
And it makes sense to me that they can convince they think they're convincing them that they're like, listen, we're giving you money if you treat us right. It makes it very easy to withhold the money, very easy to give someone money, but then obviously feel like you're in some sort of level of dominance or whatever.
Right.
Just, So yeah,
well,
it's actually not surprising.
I forget who it was. It was one of the guys on Shark Tank. He said that salary is your modern day enslavement. I think that's a little strong, but he said it's
strong, but I get what he's saying.
Right.
You're very, especially in America with the connection to health insurance and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Anyway,
exactly.
Black Friday.
Exactly. Yeah. Back to Black Friday.
Where did the term Black Friday come from?
So apparently, I don't know what branch you would call it. I don't know if you call it finance but businesses, when they mark a profit,
the accounting department.
Finance
uses it too.
They use black, I guess, to mark profits. And apparently, throughout history in the United States, the day after Thanksgiving has been one of the most profitable days for most retailers.
I would actually amend your statement.
Okay.
I think it comes from. You're right about how around this time historically was when these department stores or companies or whatever would start turning profits during after a year of business, but when you're in the red, that means a business is losing money.
Right.
And when you're in the black,
it means you're making money.
So so it's not really like marking something with a pen.
No. Yeah, it's to signify that they're making profits.
Like the term for losing money or making money. So
right, in the red or in the black.
So now, so I guess that makes before they even had the deals, I imagine. This just was naturally, but before it was Deal Central, I mean.
Right.
This was just naturally the time that people would start to really do their shopping, I guess, it seems
Christmas shopping. And that's the funny thing is that we have so many holidays in the U.S. that promote buying stuff.
Yes.
Not and even a lot of holidays I like. I mean, Halloween. Look at the large amount of candy and other sweets, costumes, props, all that stuff. Yeah.
Decorations, yeah.
But when you live in a capitalist country, I guess what can you expect, right?
Sure.
So
I mean, a company is always trying to find
make some money. And so the interesting thing about Black Friday though, it's really funny though, Jared, because I kind of view Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and even Christmas in a way not as the same, but kind of together in some regard. What I mean is when I think of the holiday season, I tend to associate those three together. Well, but it's interesting because the meaning behind them are so different, right? So Thanksgiving, in theory, nowadays, I would say that we have diluted the meaning of Thanksgiving down to meaning it's a time when you meet with family and you eat delicious food and you might say what you're thankful for around the table, right? And that's it, right?
But yeah.
And then but then the day after, or even sometimes the day of, when you're supposed to be giving your thanks and being grateful, what do you do is you go out and you buy stuff. Now, I will say this. The one thing I do like about there is, I think, you can paint the picture of Black Friday in a very negative picture because it's a lot of buying, it's a lot of consumption, it's a lot of, but the good side of the coin is you
beat that freaking clock, Office Space style.
good old clock. But the good thing is that if you think about it, I think a lot of the reason why people buy a lot of these things during Black Friday or whatever is they are buying gifts for their friends or family, which is not necessarily a bad thing, right?
Yeah, but I feel like, sure. But I feel like it's like we've been so, people are convinced, a lot of it is people are convinced that they need things that they don't need, I feel like it's definitely, I guess so.
Right.
It makes it easier for you to buy gifts. It just seems like, and I feel like I just don't like the fact that it almost seems like a trap in plain sight, like a capitalist trap in plain sight.
And I think you have to really be smart because there's a lot of good deals that aren't actually good deals. They're advertised to make you think that it's a good deal. But I think a lot of people, it's really funny. If you shift your mentality with money a little bit, my mentality used to be, and it's a bad mentality to have. So I hope if anyone out there is like I was, please listen to this, which is I used to think if I got something that was a good deal, I would think, oh, well, I saved $90. I saved $150. But if I spent $200 or $300, I still spent $200 or $300.
You spent it all.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm a little surprised to hear you talking like this. I guess I expected you to have this feeling on Black Friday, but Black Friday seems like it's right up your alley. Because as long as I've known you, I know no one.
I love a good deal.
I know no one.
I love a good deal.
No one that brags more about a deal than you.
I like finding good deals, Jared.
Always
what can
in college, you'll be like, ask me how much I got this for. Like, oh yeah, no, I found this on this website and got 60% off. You always can find a deal. So I imagine.
But that's when I do spend money, is if I can find a good deal that is a good deal.
Here's the deal. I feel like you don't like sort of the disgusting. I feel like you don't like what Black Friday stands for. I'm putting words in your mouth.
What does Black Friday stand for?
It stands for a disgusting excess.
Yep.
Usually for people that shouldn't really be spending in excess.
Yep.
It leads to unnecessary Walmart arguments.
Yep. And fights. Brawls.
It leads to people.
People getting arrested.
This is people leaving their Thanksgiving table at 4 p.m. to wait in a line in an Apple store for 3 hours.
Right.
People camping out in
just
front
to
of a
get
Sephora.
basically the same phone that just has a higher number on it.
So I feel like a lot of what I'm saying is what Black Friday stands for. But I can imagine you on Cyber Monday in front of your computer, deal hunting like no other.
I mean, I've done a little deal hunting for sure, for sure.
I feel like you just don't like. I feel like it's more just the shame of people seeing you.
I don't think it's I'm not ashamed of any of the stuff I bought or the
excuse me, not
I've
the
got.
shame of people seeing you. The shame of being associated with the Black Friday crowd.
Yeah, sure.
When really you're no better.
Well, I would disagree. I would disagree. I would say a lot of the
yeah, okay, go ahead. I disagree too for the most part because I feel like at least you can enjoy your Thanksgiving and still do the Black Friday stuff without having to actually fight people in the line at Walmart.
Exactly. Well, the other thing is too is that I'm just not one of those people where like I saw some really good deals on TVs, right? Mm-hmm. I don't need a damn TV right now.
Yeah.
You know, like I saw a bunch of great deals. And I think there are some people that are almost so impulsive and that's the thing. I think as I've gotten older, I've become a lot less because I tell you what, man, with the I'm not trying to flex or anything, but you know, I'm doing okay financially. Mm-hmm. And if I wanted to, like, trust me, dude, I've seen some great deals on like some really good guitars that I have wanted for years.
Yeah.
And I haven't pulled the trigger because it's like, it'd be cool. Yeah, but it's hard. You got to learn how to develop it. And I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the reason why I've never been interested in Black Friday and why I can come off on my high horse is because I've always been like super frugal to a fault probably. And then also like I've never been like a tech person, you know?
Right.
Like for same with you. Like I've had the same TV since I graduated college. And actually, I think I bought that TV from my college roommate, Brad.
Oh, nice.
And he got like a much better TV.
Right.
And I've had the same one, and I'm like, it still works for me. Mm-hmm. And like, it's HD. I don't.
Right.
I don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that thing for a long time.
That thing is old as shit.
Yeah.
Dude. That is now like a thick TV.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But you know,
my TV's not that old.
Exactly. But it gets a job done. You know, and.
But yeah, I've never just been like interested in new or like, you know, like the latest and greatest speakers.
Right.
Like there's no one sort of piece of tech that I'm super interested in. I like computers, but I'm also super cheap, you know.
Have you ever gotten anything on Black Friday or like Black Friday deals?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever. And I guess maybe I've bought stuff on Cyber Monday.
Okay.
Like I like headphones and stuff like that.
Right. I think, but see, I would say that headphones are one of those things that's unless you already have a ton of headphones, I say they're a very worthy investment.
I bought cheap headphones though. You bought
those Bluetooth ones, right?
Yeah, those old ones I had. Mm-hmm. I bought those $20 headphones for like $10.
Right. But see, I would be willing to argue that kind of a deal on Black Friday is better than if like you were to buy
headphones to like $200.
Right. Well, I don't know. Percentage-wise, that might be a better deal, the $300 to $200, because it's half off. Well, no, actually, yours if they were $20,
my percentage would technically more
be more. Yeah, but that's the thing is, I think a lot of people they just buy too much crap that they don't really need.
Yeah,
you know, and and they can get so enticed by a deal that, in my opinion, a lot of times Black Friday deals aren't that much better than any other deal. To be honest, They just know how to market it, and hey, kudos and credit to the marketing team and the advertising people. You know, I mean, really, you know, they do a great job.
It's the Super Bowl of shopping for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Can I now? We're talking a lot about deals specifically. Mm-hmm. I knew this would happen because obviously. We could have a whole episode on deals.
Right.
You could do a whole like couponers podcast.
That would be for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't one. There probably already is one.
The Untranslatable Deal Finders. Let's. I wanted to share some
tips.
No. Some facts about just like the institution of Black Friday over the years.
Absolutely.
So historically, obviously, Black Friday has started at midnight on Friday. So for many years, it was common for. Oh, excuse me, I take that back. For many years, it was common for retailers to open at like 6 a.m. Or 5 a.m., 4 a.m. But this is on Friday. And this is kind of through the late 2000s. But starting in Black Friday was taken to its next level in 2011. Mm-hmm. In 2011 was when several retailers, to name a few, Target, Kohl's, as I've mentioned, the sneaky deal makers,
right?
Macy's, Best Buy, and I don't know what, Bealls, Bealls, that's not in Michigan.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Opened at midnight for the first time. So that first happened in 2011. Which is crazy. It's only 9 years ago.
And that's where it all started going downhill, Jerry.
I think so. I think that's fair to say.
Started going downhill.
I 100% agree because then I think once it hit 11. Well, actually, I don't think I know. That's when companies were like, "Oh, let's see. I mean, we could probably go a little earlier."
Right.
And
well,
then,
that's always how it happens.
And then, of course, it only takes another year. In 2012, Walmart and several other retailers announced that they would open most of their stores at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It took
1 year.
For them to be like, just let's see how far we could take this.
Right. Well, then a year later, I feel, well, now 2020, they're doing a lot of deals already, like you said, starting in like beginning or mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Especially this year, where I wonder what Black Friday is going to be like, because stores are open, especially here. I mean, obviously here in the U.S., stores are open. I mean, obviously rules vary in different states. But I wonder if Black Friday is going to lead to a spike in cases.
Probably.
I mean, I guess it's also hard to tell.
People aren't being smart.
It's also might be hard to specifically blame it on Black Friday because this is Thanksgiving time already, and there's a lot of travel happening.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe you can't blame it specifically on Black Friday, but yeah. So in 2012, as I mentioned, Walmart and several others started opening at 8 o'clock, and that actually prompted calls for workers to like walk out and strike their employees. But I feel like that probably didn't last for long because as it became more of a norm, it probably became harder to dispute it, In 2014, stores such as JCPenney, which I don't even think JCPenney exists anymore, Best Buy and Radio Shack also don't think exist anymore. There's like the odd Radio Shack where it's like, what is this thing doing here?
Right.
Opened at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving, while stores such as Target, Walmart, Belk, another one we don't have here in Michigan, and Sears opened at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
How do you feel about that? Stores being open on Thanksgiving Day.
I think it's messed up, mostly for the employees. I guess they probably get like
holiday pay.
Yeah, holiday pay,
hopefully,
or like time and a half or something like that. But I don't know. It's just I don't like what it. I also don't really like what it maybe represents, like as our for our society. As we talked about before, I'm with you in all those assumptions I made of your opinions on.
Right.
But I feel that way too, where it's like it's disgusting to see people so Birdman hand rubby about you know what the Birdman hand rub is?
Yeah.
About or fly hand rub about all these deals and just like sitting at their Thanksgiving table, just looking at the clock, waiting. And it's like, I don't like that. I've been offered multiple times because I have family members that...
Are they Black Friday shoppers?
That's racist. They're Friday shoppers.
It depends on where the emphasis is, Jared, I think.
Those Black Friday shoppers.
Right.
Yeah, they are. I have some that, I mean, obviously some that are, some that aren't. And they always ask me if I want to join them at 10 o'clock.
You know who...
I was like, no, I don't want to get in a car,
right?
And
wake up at 4 a.m. on my day off on Friday. Yeah,
there happens. Well, see, I feel like I've seen also the progression of my family, where I feel like there have been times where I've literally been woken up at 2 a.m.
Let's go Black Friday shopping.
Yeah,
get up, Jared.
But that has turned into all right, we're leaving Grandma's house. We're leaving the Thanksgiving party to go wait in line at the Apple store or whatever.
Ridiculous.
Or go to the Mall of Louisiana is usually where they go.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not, because my parents live 10 minutes from the Mall of Louisiana. And so people would come to our house beforehand. I'm like, no, I'm not, no interest. No interest. And I was like, there's also nothing I want. You know what? The only thing I will say, gift-wise, I wish I was a little better at it because I'm not a great gift shopper. And if I was a little bit more on the dot, that might actually... I'll say this. I'm actually almost 100% positive that my partner will listen to this, but I did take advantage this year. Nice. I won't tell you what it is, just in case she does listen.
You can tell me off air. You can tell me off air, because I am curious now. But you know who is actually the best Black Friday shopper that I know?
Who?
One of our first guests, Annabelle.
Oh, really?
She is the queen of deals.
So, well, she's not American.
No.
Do they?
But she studied abroad here, and she got to witness what is Black Friday
pure
firsthand.
Consumerism.
Exactly.
None of that half-ass German shit.
Well, and she's also Swabian, And in Swabia,
That's southern Germany?
The stereotype of Swabian people is they are as thrifty as it gets, and they love great deals. And from I have 5 or 6, friends or people that I know from Swabia that definitely do enjoy a good deal and are very thrifty.
But that almost kind of seems like is an oxymoron being thrifty and like being like a Black Friday deal hunter almost?
But if you're black
before, it's like a lot. Do you need this stuff? Do you need this new?
Well, but sometimes you can find good deals, or if you look at prices in the U.S. versus like when Annabelle would come, she would go to like TJ Maxx and Macy's and get like shoes, clothes, and jewelry, and that's way cheaper than in Europe.
I do know Europeans love shopping for clothes in the U.S.
Yeah, because it's so much cheaper.
And like department stores.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Macy's, TJ Maxx, all of those are so huge if you're a European coming and shopping. Especially like, can you imagine that? All those deals, and then you put it on Black Friday.
Yeah,
I mean,
I also like malls too.
Right.
I've definitely experienced.
I mean, my
that.
German cousin, she loved going to the malls.
The Germans used to like
Hollister, Abercrombie, all those.
Having Hollister, Abercrombie, and American Eagle in Germany when I was a kid.
That was a flex, dude.
Yeah,
flex.
it was. But it was so funny because I had it, but it meant nothing to me.
Right. Yeah, for you it was just a T-shirt. It was a boring old T-shirt.
But I legitimately had friends that like when I would go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas,
give me a polo.
Yeah. They'd ask me. They'd ask me to go to American Eagle and get them stuff.
Yeah, I believe it. It doesn't, dude. You could make a killing if you just.
I was smarter about it.
Right. Start a business back
then. How much money I could have made, even marking up stuff and bringing it back. I'm just not.
Oh, dude, you would have been rolling in it.
I'm just not that savvy. Like, I'd like send out an email like, "Hey, I'm going to the U.S. I'm bringing this size suitcase. Put your orders in now."
Right. You got to add the 2-3% delivery fee too, though, man.
Shipping and handling.
Exactly. But anyways, Black Friday. It's just such a crazy holiday. Such a crazy. It's not really a holiday, but such a crazy.
It's turning into
kind
a
of is, I
holiday.
guess.
Since 2006, Chad. How many injuries do you think have been reported as a result of Black Friday?
Since 2006. So
now
that's 14 years.
I'll tell you this. It's in the triple digits.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you after that how many deaths, and it's in the double digits.
Oh, that's sad. Okay. Injuries. I gotta say at least 300.
Yeah, it was actually officially reported 117.
Oh, okay.
But I bet there's got to be more.
Right.
I mean,
reported. Right.
Exactly.
I mean, the amount of people that get a couple bruises or some scratches or a twisted ankle,
exactly,
or
get elbowed in the chest
and
or something,
the ribs, yeah. Oh man. Okay, so 100 and something have been reported, and though those reported ones were probably pretty bad. The majority of them, I would think.
If the police have to show up,
right,
it's probably bad.
Except
that's why I think there's probably. I mean, not probably. There's definitely at least thousands in reality.
Right. Well, the other thing is how many, I bet you some of those, a small fraction of those are also reported by Karens that a woman got like accidentally bumped and she decided to be like, he shoved me, something. I'm sure there's a couple of those in there too.
Yeah.
And there might be some whiny dudes out there that, might have made a report.
I feel like that's why part of the people, some people like Black Friday is for like the aggressive
it's a
nature
circus.
Of it.
Yeah. I mean, I will tell you, I have a tab up somewhere here that was a bunch of different like fights and stories here.
Oh yeah.
From Black Friday. So let's go through these.
Let's first talk about death. Just guess how many deaths, and then we'll go through these because I'm so glad you have this.
Deaths. Oh man.
So keep in mind,
17.
Very close. Very good. 12.
Wow, that's so sad.
That is sad.
And those people legit wouldn't have died if they would have just stayed home.
Yeah.
And not gone shopping.
And I'll say this.
Are the deals worth it, people?
I hate the idea of Black Friday, but even I mean, and it's kind of hard this year. Oh, can I borrow your charger?
Yeah,
even I get excited to see the videos on social media.
Oh, for sure. They're just ridiculous.
You see people like busting in doors.
Right. Oh, people go crazy. I mean, it's all, and it's usually because there's like a couple hot items that have a huge markdown, and so people beeline it. They rush to get this item. So this is hilarious. So this is from nydailynews.com. The worst Black Friday brawls in history. Warning. Graphic content. So disclaimer to all of our listeners out here,
That's
we
not
will be
blood,
discussing.
is it?
I hope not.
Oh no,
it's
maybe
a
it's
shout
hat
out
or
a hat or
something.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. So
dark.
this is hilarious though, Jared. So it starts off, call it Black Eye Friday, which is not necessarily untrue. Since around 1952, the day after Thanksgiving has been regarded as the official start to America's Christmas shopping season, which is definitely a big reason why I think a lot of people.
And it's so funny that that is considered the official start, because it's not.
Right.
I mean, really, I think the official start is the day after Halloween.
Yeah.
I
would
think
say so.
Now maybe it really ramps up right after Thanksgiving, but you see it in the stores. Like most stores go from Halloween to Christmas decorations.
Right.
There are not really a huge Thanksgiving decoration section. That's not really a popular thing.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so this one's interesting. Flat screen free for all. It wasn't exactly the high definition of holiday spirit.
Jesus.
At a Houston, I like these puns. Shout out to whoever wrote this article. At a Houston area Walmart in 2014, 4 people ended up piling on top of a box to lay their claim on a $218 50-inch flat screen TV. That's the thing, dude. Something, I'm sure it was a good deal, maybe, but still to lay on it like a kid, that's just so ridiculous. You know what I mean?
So what would you do if you just casually walked up to the TV aisle, you got the TV, it was in your cart, but then someone comes up and starts
Grabs
taking
it.
out of your cart?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you going to push them off of your cart, or are you just going to let them take it?
That's a good question.
Exactly.
That's a really good question.
And that's how the California shove got invented.
Right. I don't actually know what. Well, Jared, I don't know. I think if someone,
because it's not even at that point, it's not even about the object.
Right.
It's about your pride.
Right.
It's like, am I just going to let this person take this from me?
Right. Well, this is how I would look at it, I guess. Is if there's more of those damn TVs, I'm going to say take the damn thing and I'm just going to go grab another one.
Sure, of course.
But
then you get another one.
but it's also not.
What else?
But I'm sorry, but it's not. On the one hand, it's not worth going to jail for fighting somebody over a TV. What is the rule on that? Like, if it's in your cart, is it your property or is it not your property until you buy it? You know. What happens if you buy it and someone tries to take it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's just pure theft.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The obvious answer to me, Jesus, I'm just looking at some.
Oh yeah.
The obvious answer to me, would be that if once it's in your cart, you've laid claim to it.
Right.
But I'm sure that.
But then what happens? Is a security, like, first of all, these places don't have a security guard, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Or there's one guy.
Right.
It's like, listen, I can only break up so many fights at a time.
Right. And it's Black Friday, and I forgot my headgear. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to borrow some police surplus riot gear or something.
Exactly.
But I don't think there's much you can do about it unless you're going to fight the person. But yeah, I think the general rule of thumb to me would be that once it's in your cart, that's yours.
Right. I would also say, though, I think the rule of don't be an asshole doesn't apply on Black Friday because these people go nuts.
That's how it works when it's not Black Friday.
Right.
Once you don't walk up to someone's cart and rifle through it looking for your
Isn't that so hilarious, dude? If you think about like what those grocery workers see all day on Black Friday, and then on Saturday, it's just like a normal day again.
Imagine the cleanup at the end of that.
That's true. That's true.
Jeez.
The pandemonium. Yeah, let's talk about a couple more of these, though. So, yeah. So, Jared said the California shove in an incident in 2018 that began at a Victoria's Secret. And for our listeners out there who don't know what Victoria's Secret is, it's like an undergarment, like ladies' undergarment, lingerie. Now they sell like hoodies and sweatpants and other stuff, too. Perfume, all sorts of.
Yeah, you got a brand.
The ladies love Victoria's Secret.
You got a brand.
Yeah, a lot of ladies do. It's
pink, isn't that part of Victoria's Secret?
Yep, I think so, yeah. So anyways, this is a quote from a worker at Victoria's Secret. I've been in the retail business 6 years now, and I've never seen a Black Friday this bad, said Jessica Wilborn, an employee at the lingerie store, told XTXL, which is like a news station from Roseville, California. They were throwing merchandise in the air, and we had some box gift sets, and it hit one girl in the head. Some people got trampled, and a 15-year-old got punched in the stomach.
How does it?
Unreal. A
15-year-old?
15-year-old got punched in the stomach. Unreal, dude. In a Victoria's Secret over who knows what they're throwing.
16-year-old.
Here's another one, Jared. South African shopping showdown. It's not just the U.S. that takes his shopping too seriously.
That kind of makes me feel better.
Does it? Okay. As we can see from this footage taken last year at a department store in, I don't know how you pronounce this, Roodepoort, Johannesburg, Joburg, South African deal seekers ended up swarming a cage of discounted TP toilet paper so furiously that a woman got helplessly stuck in the container while trying to hand the items out.
Toilet paper.
So this poor lady is a grocery store worker, I think, handing out the toilet paper, and people were like, F that, she's handing this out too slow. We're just going to get it ourselves. And it sounds like they all just went for this toilet paper, and this poor lady just got
toppled her into the holder.
Right.
Toilet paper, that's an interesting one. I mean, I don't know much about Roodepoort. Is it like I wonder if
I don't know.
I mean, you don't know either, but I wonder if it's like a poor city or something.
I mean, we can find out, Jared. We do have Google.
To juxtapose Americans fighting over televisions versus these people fighting over toilet paper. For some reason, I just imagined. Wikipedia.
It's a town in Gauteng province of South Africa.
All right. Go back to the Black Friday thing. This is not going to really give us the answer we're
economy
looking for.
Here, hold up. Yeah, well, so large population growth. Three malls, most upscale. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would call it a super poor area.
Yeah,
I don't
doesn't
think.
Seem like it.
But either way, I mean, the premise is the same.
Sure, of course.
You know, people are just going crazy for these deals.
No matter what the item is, it's the same.
Now, Jared, this story ought to make you think twice about going out and shopping during Black Friday. Rocking around the Christmas taser. Talk about stocking stuffers. Or sorry, talk about shocking stuffers. During a late-night fight between two couples inside the Franklin Mills Mall in Philadelphia, your old stomping grounds.
Franklin Mills Mall. I've never even heard of that.
In 2013, a woman apparently got desperate and pulled out a stun gun or a taser. In footage of the terrifying incident, you can hear the woman you can hear the weapon crackling. Sorry. Hear the weapon crackling as well as the blue light coming from the sparks. Security quickly broke up the incident and escorted both parties out.
See, here's the thing. It's kind of like, it's kind of like these people that she brought that taser expecting that she'd have to use it. Now I'm sure she's saying, I just brought it like I knew it was going to be crazy, so I just brought it for my own personal safety. But a little part of me thinks she knew that she'd be using that taser at some point.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't a matter of if, it was more a matter of when do I get to use this taser and justify it.
Right. I mean, I've even heard of, there have been some stabbings on Black Friday. I don't know about shootings, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately.
I do know that some of those deaths that I mentioned are because of also trampling.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that? There have been stories where people have essentially are like at the door of a store as it's opening.
They open it and everyone runs in.
I don't even understand.
I just don't get why people think they need these things in their lives so bad that they need to risk another person's health and potentially even life for a deal.
I'll tell you this. I don't know the answer either. But I think it definitely reveals something about humanity when you see how people react to a deal.
Right. Yeah. and look, Jared, as you mentioned, nobody loves a deal more than I do. But I am not willing to risk my fellow, brother and sister's lives out there for, getting a flat screen TV for $218. It's crazy.
I mean,
it's crazy.
When someone's getting trampled in a store, is it that once you're like the 100th person, like flooding, or maybe 300th person flooding these doors, you don't even notice that there's someone below you? Or it's like,
I think you would notice, right?
I can't stop to try to help this person because then it's going to happen to me. Like, you just got to keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been in a human stampede before.
Me neither.
I've never been in a human stampede before.
Because obviously I can imagine Oops, sorry. I imagine it's almost impossible for someone to be like, "Stop! Someone's hurt," and like
Right.
sort of like make a shield
Right.
around him.
You need a couple people probably to do that.
You and I, we couldn't
Right.
save that person by
Right.
ourselves.
Well, we might be able to grab them and try to pull them up, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, depending on how far
if you
back,
notice them too, yeah.
and depending on how far back, it sounds like we're going into war right now.
Right.
Chad.
Right.
Depending on how far back
Black
you
Friday
are
battles, bro.
in that stampede.
Oh, man.
Who knows how much they've already been stepped on? So it's like
Right.
maybe you can't just pick them up and they'll run with you.
Right.
You know?
Well, I was thinking when we pick them up, if two people grab them, they'd drag.
Yeah, but then
know?
you'd also be able to. You'd have to be ready for that. I mean, you
Right.
probably won't see the
Well,
person
right.
until you're
Yeah,
actually stepping on them.
That's true. That's
and
true.
then at that point, you can't.
Well,
yell
yeah,
at
you're
your
right. Because
person.
you're right. Because I'm trying to think back to when I was in China when I was crammed
Because if
in
there's
some
a
tight-
big enough gap for you to see the person, there's probably
Right.
a big enough gap for the person not to get trampled.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if you can see the person on
Right.
the ground.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. It's It's just so sad, dude. The fact that people have gotten trampled just because people want to get these crazy deals.
Yeah. What do you think?
Unreal.
Well, I can say, what do you think? It's a day after Black Friday. I wonder what this Black Friday was about. I didn't
Right.
really hear. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty in tune with social media, and I didn't really hear any stories.
Well, I would hope this year people just aren't doing the in-person shopping to the level they were.
I'll tell you this: I did Google Black Friday, just in the news section, and all it was just
Just deals. Yeah, about the deals.
Yeah. So I think the the pandemic's not all bad apparently.
Right. Yeah. Did you get anything for Black Friday at all, Jared?
I told you I got one thing for a gift.
Oh, that's right.
But it's
That's
kind
right.
of like a gift for both of us.
Okay.
For like the home, I would
Okay.
say. But other than that, I didn't even. And honestly, the only reason I was thinking about getting those for a while, and a podcast I listened to advertises it, and they were talking about there's a Black Friday deal. And so I was like, I mean, I might as well get it on the day it's going to be the cheapest, you know.
Okay, sure.
So I was planning on getting it, but Black Friday shopping on Black Friday hadn't even really crossed my mind.
Right. One of my favorite things that I saw related to Black Friday deals and Black Friday shopping, there's a guy I follow online named Tyler Larson, and he hosts a channel on YouTube and an Instagram page called Music is Win. He's a guitar player, fantastic guitar player. And he posted the funniest thing on Instagram, dude. He always has like a lot of kind of his humor. I think for a lot of people could be hit and miss, maybe, but I think he's pretty funny. And he posted something on Black Friday. He sells like a guitar, learning system online. And he posted something like, "Today's Black Friday. I don't have any deals for you, but it's only $10 a month, and it's a pretty good deal. So maybe you should get
already a
it."
good deal.
Yeah, and so I really like that. I thought that was really kind of creative and funny, and I like that. I will say I didn't. I bought a couple presents as well online on Black Friday. I don't know how to say this without it coming off as kind of weird, but I will tell you, I got you a little something. I will tell you it was under $10. Okay. So if you don't want to feel guilty because I am giving you something, I'll straight up. You can just give me. Well, if you really want to know, it was under $8. Okay. If you really want to know. Okay. But I saw it and I thought it was hilarious, and so I was like, well, shit, this is so. Anyways, so I grabbed something for my parents and for my family, a couple family members. I found it was just hilarious, and so I nabbed that for you, and then I got kind of a crazy, it wasn't really a Black Friday deal, but I did end up acquiring my first ever, I've been thinking about this for about 4 or 5 months now, Jared. I've finally acquired my first ever 7-string guitar.
Have you ever played one before? I mean, I'm sure
yes.
you noodled on one before.
That's basically the extent. Okay. And so what happened is there's this guitar shop that I found on Reverb that was selling this used Jackson 7-string guitar. And some of the sites on Reverb allow you to send in an offer. So they sell the instrument for a certain price. You say, well, I want to pay this price, right? And I generally,
cool.
yeah. So I generally obviously lowball them, and a couple times I've gotten lucky.
I'm sure they're used to that happening,
right? But so I lowballed them. Actually, I didn't even lowball them. It was, I think, what I thought was probably the lowest price I could the lowest fair price you could get.
Is it black? Did you get a black?
It is. And so it's funny. So I sent in my offer, and I did it on like a Friday. or a Saturday night, and they were closed, and the offers only stand for a certain time period on the website. I think it's like 24 hours or 48 hours, I don't remember. And so the offer expired before they could even respond to it. They didn't even see it. And so then they sent me a counteroffer, which was a little more than my initial offer, but it was still way lower than the actual price if I were to buy it new. So actually, I have it right over there. It's that beautiful black thing right there. And so that was my little Black Friday splurge, I guess. They didn't have any specific Black Friday deals. I did look online for other, because I've been eyeing 7-string guitars for a while now.
Maybe I'll treat myself. Maybe I'll get like a new microphone or something.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. But
although these are classic. Yeah. I mean, we've had these for...
There's no problem with them.
Since we started, really. I mean, basically, I think after episode 2 or 3, we both had these.
At the beginning where,
right. Because I still have a crappy old condenser mic, I think it is, that I recorded myself with the first couple. But
So I've been meaning to tell you about this. I found this guy. He's friends with a car person that I follow, and he does this thing that he calls the session. And what he does is he is I think he was a radio person, but he's like a music nerd and like a deep music nerd. So he has like a lot of masters of songs that he's gotten access to. Not masters, but like the original.
Yeah, the masters.
Oh, is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Where you you have each part
the master track
on its own.
Yep.
And so he'll like break down.
What's the guy's name?
Christian James Hand.
Okay.
He like breaks down these popular songs and not popular songs, but a lot of popular songs, and like we'll play each part of the song by themselves and explain like, oh, he's playing this or this happened because of this. Sometimes he'll even have like legitimate famous musicians. John Mayer was in one of them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it was
and they broke down some of his music.
No. He was just listening to him break down other music.
Oh, cool.
And he was just like commenting on some of the music and stuff, and some other famous like producers and session musicians that are famous. But I don't know them, but they're famous. It seems like something you'd be really into because I've been really enjoying them. He does them just about every day around 2:00 our time. But he does them live on Instagram, and so the only annoying part is you gotta kind of have to catch them, or else you just miss it.
Right.
So that's kind of annoying, but they're super cool, and it seems like something you might be into. I'm not a huge music nerd, and I've really been enjoying it and hearing like, and it's really added a lot of like he's done songs that I know well too, like Smooth Criminal. And stuff
nice.
Like that. And hearing like the amount of layers in a song that I never even realized existed.
Right. When you have
really cool.
those masters, it's easier to really track it and see and isolate stuff.
And like sometimes you hear stuff by, like, especially in Smooth Criminal, I remember like hearing some parts of it by itself, and I'm like, this sounds terrible.
Yep.
But then when he puts something on top of it, it's like,
together.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's crazy how that works, isn't it? Yeah. How you can layer it.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying that. So we don't have a song of the pod, but I figured
we don't.
We did have a little music section there.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Black Friday, man, is definitely something else. Oh, I did want to mention one thing I forgot to mention. 11/11 in China is kind of their Black Friday, which is pretty funny.
And then the Canadians have Boxing Day, don't they have?
Is that actually a deal for shopping? I thought that was just a national holiday. I don't know enough about it, to be honest with you.
Boxing. Isn't that... Wait, Boxing Day is also the day after...
Christmas, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something different, isn't
it? It started in the UK, and it's a Canadian thing too.
Right. Yeah, the Canadians are closer, I would say, to our British
Yeah, I actually
brothers
don't even
and
know,
sisters than we are.
What the point of it is, actually. Oh, wait, it is a shopping day.
It is.
In the UK, Canada, Australia, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, that's not how they say it. In New Zealand, Boxing Day is primarily known as a shopping holiday. Look at that. Hey,
okay, there you go.
I'm not completely full of shit. Boxing Day sales are common, and shops often allow dramatic price reductions. But the thing is, having Boxing Day be your big shopping holiday seems to be so much better to me than essentially cutting into Thanksgiving.
Right.
It makes sense after
why
Christmas.
But why would you want to go shopping after Christmas?
Because you have probably have been gifted money, especially if you're a younger
Oh, that's
person.
true.
And then also it makes sense that after the holidays are over, a lot of stores are trying to get rid of like their 2020 stuff or like their stuff that's in season right now. They're like, all right, we sold as much as we could for the holidays, but there's still surplus stock.
Right.
We have a new 2021 line coming in, so we need to get rid of the old stuff.
I wonder if Boxing Day is on the same level as Black Friday.
I think so, actually.
Okay.
Well, I think it's a little different because at least when I was in Canada for New Year's, I think it lasts.
Did you experience Boxing Day?
I did, but I think it's different because it lasts like the week between Christmas and New Year's now.
Did they not let you participate because you were American? They said, hey mate, that's not how they talk in Canada.
The Canadians.
Hey there.
Oi.
Why don't you go back to your hotel in Toronto and we're gonna enjoy our Boxing Day here, okay?
No, they probably. Although it's funny that you say that because they probably didn't like me because I was in an Airbnb taking up their precious real estate.
That's right.
As a tourist, but no, I did actually buy something last year during with the Boxing Day sale. I bought some sweet Doc Marten boots.
Oh, nice!
And I got a great price on them.
So
I did take advantage then. So Boxing Day, I like the idea of it being after, and it makes sense to me. And people are way less pressured, I think, to go shopping after the holidays are over.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is too, I guess, that I also didn't realize is if you get certain gifts during the holidays, you might also need to get some other stuff for it. Like
sure.
if for example, I just remember, when I was 10 and I asked for an electric, right, the batteries aren't included. When I asked for first guitar when I was 10, you need an amp, you need a case, you need cables, you need picks, maybe a fresh set of strings, all sorts of stuff. If you're getting strings, then you need, string winder, clipper, all sorts of stuff, and so.
Yeah, but you didn't know all this stuff right at the beginning.
Well, no, of course not. I mean, the first couple of times, I got my guitar restrung at the guitar store.
Sure, right. Yeah.
I was 10 years old. I didn't know how to, I'm surprised I even knew how to tune the thing, to be honest with you. But, so it is interesting, though. I do like that idea. Boxing Day kind of does make sense. Like you said, after the holidays.
Fair, it's not even that it makes sense versus doesn't make sense, because, I mean, obviously Black Friday makes sense, too.
Sure.
It just seems less exploitative. Let's put it that way.
Right. Well, and Black Friday, I think, has a different connotation coming from Thanksgiving, when it should be a time when you're thankful and grateful to let's buy.
People aren't like stopping Christmas short because they are like, hey, I'm going to wait to get you a Christmas present until after Christmas.
Right.
Like, that's not really how it works. So so people don't have that like, oh, I gotta load up and fight people for the best deal. And you can't use like gifts as your cover for it.
Exactly. Yeah, and you just don't hear stories in the media about like frenzies during Boxing Day. Maybe there have been some, but I doubt
there are. But yeah, I don't.
I doubt it's the level of Black Friday.
News in other people's countries anyway. Let's
speak for yourself, Jared.
We as America, as an
U.S.
institution.
populace. Yeah. I gotcha.
They don't care about what's happening in other countries.
Yeah, but Black Friday is definitely something else. I did read that there are certain things actually that are better deals to get on Black Friday than others. So, for example, from what I've been reading, it seems like if you want to buy a new console, so PS5 is coming out, is out, but I think it's basically sold out from what I've been reading.
Yeah, there's been a lot of jokes and talk about that on social media.
Exactly. But like any type of like gaming console,
or specifically gaming console.
Gaming consoles, they say it's better to not get them on Black Friday, I guess. You can get better deals otherwise.
So because they're specifically set to come out essentially for Black Friday. I wonder if they even have to.
Well, some of the new ones, they still have bugs. And I would never buy first round,
Well,
but that's just me.
Or was it the PlayStation 2? The first PlayStation 2 was or maybe it was the 3.
All of them, the first rounds are pretty big.
Yeah,
and then they always slim them down a year later or 2 years later. Yeah,
because the PlayStation 5 is the biggest console they've ever made.
Yeah,
I hope they slim that down too, because it's ridiculous.
I'm sure they will. But yeah, so consoles aren't good, but a lot of smaller electronics and appliances, apparently you can actually get some pretty decent deals on Black Friday. I think the key is really thinking about. I think like you, a good example is your headphones you got that were, $20 or $30 that you got, almost 50% off.
Yeah.
I would rather take a deal like that than something that's super expensive and I still have to shell out a couple $100.
Sure.
You know, like even and even though, you know, I did shell out a little bit of money for the 7-string guitar I bought, you know, around Black Friday time, you know, I've been saving up for a couple months for it, and it's not like it wasn't like an impulse, quick little,
right.
You know, I didn't see a good deal,
like
and then,
me
you know,
buying the gift that I bought,
right?
Where it's like I'm gonna buy this anyway,
right? So you might as well get it
and
when
I've
you
been
can get a
thinking
deal,
about and without even thinking
Right.
about Black Friday. So I might as well get the best price I can.
And I think Black Friday, you also have to be smart and try to not impulse buy just based off of the deal or the money that you think you'll be saving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm no financial expert by any means, but I do think that's actually pretty sound financial advice, is that if you see something like a new TV, right? I mean, the TV I have, it still works. It's not the prettiest TV in terms of modern day standards. It's definitely not the skinniest
Yeah,
TV.
listen,
but
I
it
agree
works.
with you about frugality and all that stuff, but it wouldn't hurt for you to upgrade your TV.
Well, maybe
TV,
next year for Black Friday.
Your parents' TV in the
super
living
nice.
room, that looks like a damn IMAX theater.
Right. Well, I think
That thing is
I think
gorgeous.
they actually got that. It wasn't Black Friday, but they got a killer deal on it.
Yeah, that thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. But they got it like 30-40%
Anderson
off.
Cooper's never looked so beautiful.
That's true. That is true. But for me too, it's like I don't even like, I watch TV once in a while, but even with playing video games and stuff, I'm on my computer and my laptop way more than I am on the TV anyways. So I don't need it, you know? So I think it's important to really think about your wants and your needs, and even if something's a good deal, like I would rather actually regret a good deal than regret buying something because I thought it was a good deal. Does that make sense?
This sounds like a reformed Chad, because I feel like you definitely in the past have done the opposite. And I'm not saying I know this. I'm just saying based off of how I always know you would get excited about deals in the past. I could definitely imagine you justifying it being like a good purchase, even though you didn't really need it to begin with.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So this
trust me.
This sounds like almost like a reformed Chad I'm listening to.
Well, I've been trying to make better
an adult
financial
now.
decisions in my life. What can I say?
This is no longer college Chad.
Right. Well, the other thing is too is that I don't know. I've really learned that money and things doesn't buy you happiness. Like yeah, okay,
Wow.
you can get something and get enjoyment out of it, but I think you really need to look at, and are you really going to use it? Like here's kind of a goofy example.
That's a big one for me.
Right. Here's a really goofy example on my end. I bought 3 really nice cast iron kettlebells. I think I did get a really good deal on those. I think I paid for 3 kettlebells. I paid over $100, which isn't too bad really. And I mean, in theory, unless those things break on me, those things should last me, you know, the rest of my life.
Sure.
And those I use all the time. So I didn't feel bad spending the money on that. Did I necessarily need them? No. You know, I mean, you've seen the gym downstairs. You know, we have decent weights and all sorts of stuff. I didn't really need them per se, but I knew that the enjoyment and I would basically they would pay for themselves over the amount of times I would use them when I work out with them, right? I mean, if you were to compare that to like going to a commercial gym and having to use the kettlebells there or whatever, you know, over time I think they'll pay for themselves. Or like some of the guitars I've bought, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, I plan on using it for years and years and years to come. Whereas if you buy sometimes if you buy like electronics or like a TV, that TV might last you 2 or 3 years, and then you're just going to buy a more expensive one.
Well, then also it's like, what's the upgrade? Like, what
Right.
is it truly an upgrade, or are the stats better? But like, you're not really a TV expert, you know?
Right.
Or like,
Right.
Does it make any difference when you watch a 90 Day Fiance?
Right. And so I think when people look at Black Friday, I don't think there should be any shame if you want to buy something or even treat yourself a little bit. I think that's fine, but you need to really think about is the loss of money, even though you are getting a deal, is it worth it? You know, will you, because I think buying something because it's cheap or a good deal, in my opinion, that's not a good enough reason. You really need to, you know, are you going to use it? Are you, you know, don't spend a bunch of money on some high tech, you know, technology that you're not going to use.
Sure.
You know, and I think tech is a big one with Black Friday that people can spend a crazy amount of money
New
on.
iPhones and stuff.
Right. Oh,
I
yeah.
never understood that.
Right. Well, I've never got why people need to just get the newest, best technology
I think
out,
a lot of it,
you know?
people can make, the camera,
Right.
But
it's faster, more storage. I had the same iPhone I had an iPhone 6 for like 2 to 3 years.
I've seen you use technology, and you don't even know how to use your camera.
Well, I know my way around a computer. I'm not a huge cell phone guy. I'm just not.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm just not.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. But maybe that's why I'm also not the type to go out on Black Friday to try to find the newest cell phone. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. But you are one to go out and try to find a great guitar deal.
Yep.
So it's just whatever your thing is.
Yep. That's true. That is true. Yeah. Anything else to add about Black Friday today, Jared?
I don't think so. I'm ready to bring this home. I will say I'm glad that the pandemic seemed to have chilled out Black Friday a little bit this year. I'm sure, obviously, the more.
We'll see on Monday. I wonder if there will be any news.
We didn't really talk about Cyber Monday, also, which is essentially just
Black Friday online on Monday.
Sure, but the thing is, I've seen plenty of even Amazon be like Black Friday deals. So it's like, well, what's the point of even having Cyber? Now we have Cyber Monday and Black Friday, but all sort of online stores celebrate Black Friday.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
We might
Amazon's already switched over to Cyber. I think I actually might get these headphones.
Ooh,
these are apparently the gold standard of studio headphones, and they're only like $100.
Oh yeah, I've used those. Those are super nice.
Yeah,
we used to have those at MSU.
These are like the
we had them at Albion
Shure
too.
SM7B of studio headphones.
Yeah, those are nice headphones.
So Amazon is Cyber Monday'd up.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But they definitely had Black Friday deals yesterday.
Right. Oh, I'm sure they did. Yeah, I didn't even look. I looked on Black Friday deals on a couple of the music websites I like, and that was about it. And on Amazon for a couple Christmas presents. But yeah, I don't know. Black Friday though, I think
I think know what I'd get. I'm looking around. I'm like nothing. I don't even know what.
Right, but that's a good thing. It's a good place to be at, Jared. When you're looking at stuff and you're like, I don't really necessarily need anything.
Yeah,
like it's a good feeling, and it's and I hope that a lot of our listeners out there can get to that level as well in their lives, because I think it's nice to.
Oh, you saying I've reached some sort of level of enlightenment?
Not enlightenment, just you're not one of those types of people that needs to buy things in order to be happy. I think a lot of people, they just buy stuff. And I will say there is, of course, always some enjoyment after you, I think that's why a lot of people like to buy stuff and like to shop. There's some enjoyment of that.
I considered buying a Nintendo Switch the other day.
Nice.
And I'm like, I was looking at the games that they had. I was like, I don't want to play any of these games.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a good thing you didn't get it. I would say you should upgrade at least to a PS4 before you got a Switch.
Sure. Yeah, Switch is a little kiddie for me.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but you probably can't get a used PlayStation. Maybe you can. I don't know.
You probably could. You could probably get a used PS4. You might even be able to find a good PS4 deal on there.
Yeah, I might. I might.
But now we're just going against exactly what I told you, which was to not. But then again, that's not a brand new console either.
No,
so that's
and I have been telling you forever.
What's their deal?
I was like $100. I'm playing this right now, but that's
right.
That's
something different.
Anyway, I can't find
controllers.
But I have been telling you I want to get the the
driver,
thing.
Yeah. And you need a PS4 for that, don't you?
Or an Xbox.
Right. Oh, right.
I have a PS3, which I guess I technically could probably hook it up to. But if I'm going to go through the effort of getting games and stuff, I might as well.
Well, you have to see. It may not be compatible with a PS3.
No, but I'm saying I could easily buy driving games and something that is compatible with the PS3.
Right.
I see what you're saying. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to at least get something that's relatively
more
recent.
modern. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, so you can be Lewis Hamilton and stay positive while you're playing.
My tires are gone. He always says that.
Oh, does he?
Nice. As he wins the race.
That's funny. My tires are gone, but I've won the gold. That's awesome.
It's like, I don't know. Cool. It seems like you're doing okay. You're still in first place.
Right. No kidding. No kidding.
All right, dude. Let's bring this one home.
Let's do it. You wanna play us out with that?
Sure.
Those tasty jams. But yeah, Black Friday is definitely an interesting phenomenon in American culture and places around the world. Actually, let us know how you celebrate or don't celebrate Black Friday. At untranslatablepodcast@gmail.com. You can slide into those DMs on Twitter Untranslatable 1, the number 1. And you can also check us out on Instagram, Untranslatable Podcast, for pics, clips, stories, all sorts of good stuff. And lastly, please, 5-star reviews on iTunes and Stitcher. Let us know how we can make this podcast better for you. So, as we say here at the Untranslatable Podcast, dziękujemy, muchas gracias, shisha, and do svidania. And stay safe out there. Well, I guess now that Black Friday's over, you probably are safe if you're listening to this episode today, eh?
Well, there's still a pandemic. But
That's true. Either way, stay safe out there.
Now you got me looking at PlayStation 4s.
I bet you they're pretty cheap now, aren't they? Can you find any under $250?
This one is $280. $280 so far is the cheapest I've seen for a refurbished one.
Okay.
But this is just like
you got to get the set though. I would say if you're gonna do it, I feel like a set is better.
What comes in the set? What do you mean?
Usually a couple games, sometimes 2 controllers.
That's $200.
Really? That's not bad.
I might do that.
That's not bad. Two hundo. That's not bad.
I don't need anything just strictly. But 200 is not bad. Oh, but that's the older one, isn't it?
Might be. Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That one might not be.
1 terabyte.
Yeah, I think that's what mine is. Yeah, I think that's what mine is 1 terabyte. That's not bad.
Your boy might be buying a PlayStation. This is from
I've never even heard of that place. Something home.
Sport.com. Best price home.
I don't know what to tell you. I've never heard of it.
This shit might come to me in 6 pieces.
Right.
I don't know about this site.
Hey, at least you learn how to put together a PS4, you know? Silver lining.
Oh, we didn't tell you the working one.
Right.
All the parts of a PS4 are in this box.
Exactly.